Welcome to Grider Stadium in Tullahoma, Tennessee, and welcome to the District 8 AAA Baseball Tournament. This afternoon, the Tullahoma Wildcats host the Franklin County Rebels in what is officially game, 4 or 5 of the tournament. This tournament was supposed to end tomorrow, and it may end tomorrow. Unable to get in games Saturday and Friday, but we're going to try to get in 2, 3, maybe 4 here today. As long as Tullahoma's playing, we will be on these networks. The pregame show is driven by Payless Auto of Tullahoma. Payless Auto offers a wide variety of pre-owned vehicles and is home of the $25 oil change. Payless Auto of Tullahoma.com. Along with Chris Barstad and Ken Keller, I'm Scott Chastain. Welcome in, settle in for an afternoon of high school baseball tournament action. And Coach K, no question about it, defending state champions, the district champions, the favorite here is the Tullahoma Wildcats.
Yeah, no doubt they're the favorite. Not a whole lot of resistance in district play during the regular season, although Tullahoma, seemed to peak out a week or two before the last week. We just hope they can pick up that intensity and carry it on now through postseason play.
Yeah, and of course, this last few days has been canceled because of rain, postponed. But it's not bad this afternoon, wherever you're watching or listening, whether you're on Light Tube here in Tullahoma on Channel 23, maybe you're watching on the NFHS network, or listening on 93.9 The Duck, 93.9theduck.com, or the 93.9 The Duck app in Android and iOS. However you're joining us today, we're glad to have you, and we're looking forward to an afternoon of baseball. Now, here's the deal. Tullahoma and Franklin County will play, and the winner will play next. So if the Wildcats win, we'll have back-to-back games for you. Should Franklin County take this opener, we'll skip a game, and then we'll be back tonight about 7 or so as Tullahoma would play again. But, again, the favorites, the Wildcats, so we're anticipating Tullahoma taking this district championship. Coach, the Wildcats have been dominant all year. They lost one district game. That was an anomaly, not a norm. The norm for Tullahoma this year has been lights-out pitching and timely hitting.
Yeah, and the Wildcats, really took care of business back in March 24th and 25th is when they swept these Franklin County Rebels. The first game over Winchester by a score of 4-0, and then came over here and we defended our home turf as we normally do. We win 8-2 in that one. So we've really dominated the Rebels with our pitching. Let's hope that continues here in this game today.
The Stroups Accurate Refrigeration starting lineup for the visiting Franklin County Rebels, leading off, number 3, McBee, playing left field. Batting second, number 2, Vincent, the shortstop. Batting third, number 20, Gardner, the catcher. Hitting cleanup, number 10, Gillum, the pitcher. Batting fifth, number 16, Parker in center field. Batting sixth, number 5, Jackson in right field. Batting seventh, number 21, McNeese, the designated hitter. Hitting eighth, number 8, Austin, the second baseman. And batting ninth, number 11, Cullins at first base. Playing third base, number 4, Avery Jackson, not in the batting order. So that's your Stroups Accurate Refrigeration starting lineup for the Tullahoma Wildcats. Stroups Accurate Refrigeration. They've been around here for over 4 generations, and they've become the name that you can trust for your heating and air conditioning needs. The Stroups Accurate Refrigeration starting lineup for the home team, the number 1 seed, the Tullahoma Wildcats. Leading off, number 21, Hunter Hogan. Hogan in right field. Batting second, number 19, Balin Tootin. And Tootin will take his 3-3 record on the mound this afternoon for the Wildcats. Batting third, number 11, Andrew Fulmer, the shortstop, and the co-most valuable player of District 8 AAA. Batting cleanup, number 10, Mason Bratcher. He'll play third base today, but he is the District 8 AAA Pitcher of the Year. Batting fifth, number 35, J.D. Schmisser. He will DH this afternoon. Batting sixth, number 30, Andrew Zebick at first base. Batting seventh, number 16, Philip Lemon, the catcher. Batting eighth, number 27, Bryson Campbell in left field. And batting ninth, number 4, Trevor Cole. He is at second base. Aiden Evans will play center field and not bat. That is your Stroups Accurate Refrigeration starting lineup here during the Payless Auto of Tullahoma pre-game show. We'll go ahead and take a break, come back with the first pitch, which is sponsored by Hogan's Collision Center. Tullahoma and Franklin County Baseball District 8 AAA Tournament. We'll back in 2 minutes.
Coffee County Bank, the Chamber of Commerce Business of the Year, was founded by local business and community leaders in 1975 with a mission to create a community bank that fulfills the needs of its clients. We believe it is our responsibility to participate in the growth of Coffee County by supporting its citizens, businesses, and the community as a whole. Coffee County Bank is a proud supporter of Tullahoma football.
On game night, winning is everything. But life's big wins happen off the field. When you win a heart. When you win their trust. When you win their respect. First Bank's community banking is perfect for life's big wins because of what we're big on. You. Make us part of your team for life's biggest wins.
Hey, I'm Phil Gill, the owner of Fit Beyond Plus. Fit Beyond Plus is a gym that brings a fresh and exciting atmosphere to your health and fitness. We'd love for you to drop in and check us out.
Welcome back to the Payless Auto of Tullahoma pregame show. District 8 AAA baseball tournament, Coach. There's been a lot of tournaments played here. This is a historic ballpark, Grider Stadium, and Tullahoma's won a lot of tournament titles here.
Yeah, they have. Actually, on Friday, called the legend, Jerry Mathis, and just to get some insight on his mentality and approach in a district tournament when Tullahoma came in as the number one seed, on how they competed against an inferior opponent and avoided the upset. He said, Ken, we practice for those teams harder than we did the other ones because those are the ones you got to watch out for. So I think that's the same message that Coach Morris is preaching to his team. I don't care what happened in the regular season. The game starts 0-0 and anything can happen. Go out and play your best baseball.
Well, that's kind of the way I look at it too. You know, we could talk about stats over the regular season. We could talk about records. We could talk about all that stuff, but we're not going to much today because none of it matters, right? It's all about today and winning games. All right, let's take it down to the field for our national anthem.
Now, please rise, remove your hats, and direct your attention to center field for our national anthem. I got one contact. Barely none.
It's baseball time in Tullahoma. The Wildcats and the Rebels square off once again. And, Coach, this is a rivalry that's been going since the early 1920s. Really has never slowed down.
Yeah, it has never slowed down, and it's a fantastic rivalry. Lots of tradition, baseball tradition with both of these programs, Scott, and we anticipate a great baseball game today.
So once again, this is the Payless of Auto of Tullahoma pregame show. Payless offers a wide variety of pre-owned vehicles, and Payless Auto of Tullahoma is the home of the $25 oil change. Payless Auto of Tullahoma.com sponsors this pregame show. And we want to give a shout out to all of our sponsors, including Payless Auto of Tullahoma, Stroop's Accurate Refrigeration, Hogan's Collision Center, Owens Provisions and Apparel, Coffee County Bank, Dot Foods, Brown's Body Shop of Shelbyville, the Oak River Public Utility District, Vanderbilt Tullahoma Heart and Hospital, and Minuteman Press. As dark clouds linger, it's still a ominous-looking afternoon, even though really no rain called for of any substance. So we're going to try to get in 2 or 3 games here at Grider Stadium. If you're home bored on a Sunday afternoon, it's a great place to be. The stands are covered. You're not going to get wet. So come on out and watch some baseball. Tullahoma and Franklin County style. This first inning is presented by Dot Foods. They're hiring right now. Learn more at careers.dotfoods.com. Coach, heart's got to be racing a little bit as you get ready for the district tournament, whether you're coaching, playing, or a fan.
Yeah, the blood pump's just a little bit faster in these kind of games. The field looks fantastic. Kudos to all those that worked on this field. It looks in pristine shape, Scott.
We are joined by Everett Stetson back at 93.9 The Duck Studios. He's taking care of the controls there. Chris Barstad handling all the on-site engineering, producing, all that sort of thing. And for the Wildcats, left-hander Balin Tootin on the mound. Of course, Balin pitched a couple of no-hitters this year and ended up with a 3-3 record. He had a couple of tough losses, but an outstanding earned run average. Ken, it doesn't matter what he did in the regular season, but it sure is impressive.
Yeah, a power fastball, those first pitch strikes. We'll work both sides of the plate. Got a nice off-speed curveball, too. But he had the fantastic success in his outing at Franklin County as he no-hit these Rebels, striking out 13 Franklin Countyans and only walking 2, Scott. We're looking for that kind of success in this one now.
Tullahoma swept Franklin County during the regular season. So here we go. Gavin McBee will lead off for Franklin County.
Well, one thing we saw out of Franklin County, they took lots of called third strikes. I think they'll try to reverse that trend and be swinging with 2 strikes today.
This first pitch is brought to you by Hogan's Collision Center. In case of an accident, you get to choose your repair shop. Choose local experience at Hogan's Collision Center. Learn more at hoganscollisioncenter.com. That first pitch was a ball. Now Balin sneaks in a strike, and the count is 1-1 on McBee.
Yeah, nice fastball on the black, the outer part of the plate there.
Line shot, center field, and Aiden Evans, who's kind of new to that center field position, comes in and then drifts back out and makes the catch, 1 down.
Yeah, a bit of a circus catch. That ball carried. It looked like it fooled him a little bit, carried a little more than he anticipated, and he jumped up and stabbed it at the very end there. Tullahoma fortunate. That could have been trouble.
Now Franklin County's probably their best player. Sam Vincent, the shortstop, steps in. He's been battling injuries, but Vincent, outstanding player, takes a strike inside.
Yeah, Vincent is Franklin County's ace on the mound, but as Scott mentioned, he has been hitting, but out of the lineup. He's back in it today.
And there's a shot to left center field as Bryson Campbell trots in and makes the catch. Pretty easy doing so far for Balin Tootin. 2 fly balls, 2 outs, 2 pitches, and that brings up the cleanup man, Gus Gardner, the catcher.
Yeah, Franklin County knows that Balin Tootin throws lots of strikes. And so they are swinging early, 2 flyouts, harmless flyouts, to start this game.
Tootin, the outside corner, strike 1. 0-1 pitch. Line to left field, base hit. Campbell scoops it up, and Gardner is on first with a single, bringing up Gillum, the pitcher.
Well, there'll be no this game. No this game.
And if you Tullahoma, and we've done this before, hey, we love no-hitters. Don't get us wrong. But sometimes just that first hit sometimes breaks the ice because Tullahoma's had so many no-hitters.
Yeah.
So man on first, 2 outs for Gillum, left-handed batter. Gillum watches it outside, ball 1.
Well, Gardner just pulled that inside fastball and rips it to left field for the single. So two out, 1 on.
And 3 straight batters got bat on the ball.
Yes.
This is the 4th. Gillum.
Lefty on lefty matchup.
1-0 pitch outside, 2-0.
Rebels making lots of noise from that first base dugout early.
Balin with a 2-0 count, runner at first. Delivers outside, 3-0.
And so we had him swinging, but 3 straight balls by Tootin. Case and Gillum way ahead here as a cleanup hitter for the Rebels.
Likely taking. And he takes ball 4. Franklin County has runners on first and second with 2 out for the center fielder Parker. Connor Parker.
Well, one observation that we definitely made, this Franklin County team doesn't have a whole lot of speed. Relatively doesn't have speed at all on the bases, so they're going to have to manufacture runs the conventional style by base hits.
Yeah, I think they were the team that had like 2 stolen bases all year. Tootin trying to work out of a first inning jam here with 2 outs. Fouled back by Parker, 0-1.
Yeah, Parker there, first pitch swinging after the 4-pitch walk. 2 on, 2 outs. No score here, top of the first.
Off-speed pitch, totally fooled Parker. 0-2.
Yeah, that curveball caught the inside corner. He swung right over the top of it. Beautiful pitch there. Just tied him up.
Parker does have that open batting stance. Does kind of remind you of Tullahoma's Hunter Hogan and the way he stands in the box. Off-speed, swing and a miss. The Hogan's Collision Center strikeout. Don't strike out on your auto body repair. Choose Hogan's in Tullahoma. Franklin County gets a hit, strands 2, but does not score. Tullahoma coming to bat. We'll be back in 1 minute.
It's football time in Tennessee, and nobody tackles the competition like the Russell Barnett Automotive family. With 6 locations to serve you, certified collision center, over 1,000 new and pre-owned vehicles to choose from at russellbarnett.com. Hometown auto rental, limited lifetime powertrain warranty on certain units, certified pre-owned units. Too many reasons to mention why. Keep asking the question, why buy anywhere else?
Hi there, this is Terry Stroop, Stroop's Accurate Refrigeration. Summer's about to wind down, fall's right around the corner. It's time to get signed up for your fall maintenance checks, and let's get out and support our local high school football this year. Let's go, Cats!
Hey, I'm Phil Gill, the owner of Fit Beyond Plus. Fit Beyond Plus is a gym that brings a fresh and exciting atmosphere to your health and fitness. We'd love for you to drop in and check us out.
Welcome back to Grider Stadium. This first inning is presented by Dot Foods. Dot Foods is hiring right now. Learn more at careers.dotfoods.com. careers.dotfoods.com. So Franklin County threatens but does not score in the first. And that brings up the Tullahoma Wildcats. Hunter Hogan, Balin Tootin, Andrew Fulmer. Heated and cooled by Stroop's Accurate Refrigeration. Hogan leading off. And honestly, Hogan has been slumping at the plate as much as anyone on Tullahoma's team the last couple of weeks. His average is nosedived. Be nice to get Hunter going again here in the tournament. See that open stance. There's a line drive center field. It's going to fall for a base hit, and Hunter Hogan opens the first inning for the Wildcats with a single.
Well, that's the way to do it. A one-pitch flare to center field for the base hit.
Batting average just went up, Coach.
Yes, it did. And I was fixing to say out of this case in Gillum, tall, lanky right-hander will throw tons of curveballs. Tullahoma a better fastball hitting team than they are curveballs. So the coach for Franklin County starting Gillum against the Wildcats trying to have success.
Balin Tootin at the plate. Tootin still well over 400. Just a great year at the plate, on the mound. Had it not been for a couple of other really good guys, Balin Tootin could have won all kind of MVPs in this district.
100% agree. Bro.
Yeah, he was in contention for the pitching, for the overall MVP, bound to be.
Well, that curveball, 2 straight curveballs he's seen. That one caught the heart of the plate, so 1-1 on the count.
Drop that curveball in, I'll say, when they don't hit one at third base. Yeah. Especially when they're shifting.
Right-hander delivers to the left-handed Tootin. 2-1.
Maybe now he's seen 3 straight curveballs. He may not see a straight one.
Hogan on first. Nobody out. 2-1 count. This will be a pitch to run on. But he does not. There's a pop-up. Left field. Everybody gathers. Left fielder makes the catch. 1 down. So Hogan remains at first. Tootin is out, bringing up shortstop Andrew Fulmer.
Well, that's the hope for Franklin County, that those curveballs, those off-speed pitches miss the barrels of the Wildcat hitters' bats, and that's what happened there, is Tootin did not hit that one solid.
So Fulmer at the plate, 1 on, 1 out. Gillum's pitch, miss low, ball 1.
Have a brisk wind blowing straight in from center field now. That's why that ball hit out to our center fielder in the top of the first was surprising, because it carried a little bit.
There's another drive to center field, and it is falling in for a hit. So Andrew Fulmer hits a single into center field, and yeah, these balls out to the fielder just dying as they get in the air. Cold air. But Tullahoma 2 on, 1 out for Mason Bratcher. Again, the District 8 AAA pitcher of the year. Mason also a tremendous hitter.
Yeah, so nice start for Tullahoma. 2 of the first 3 hitters with singles. Both to center field.
Fulmer at first, Hogan at second. Bratcher at the plate against Gillum. Tullahoma with 2 hits in the inning. Franklin County had 1 in the top of the first. Off speed, popped up by Bratcher. Center fielder settles under it, makes the catch. Runners hold. So 2 down now, and it will be up to J.D. Schmisser to get these base runners in for the Wildcats.
Well, J.D. elevated to number 5 in the batting order as a designated hitter. Cats looking for a 2-out clutch hit here to break out on top in the bottom of the first in this scoreless contest.
Yeah, J.D. back up close to 300 now, so he's had a good end of the year. Big right-handed hitter with a chance for an RBI or 2 or 3. 2 outs here in the bottom of the first. We're scoreless. There's a dribbler down the first base line. Pitcher falls down. Gillum recovers and throws to first. And that'll do it for the Tullahoma Wildcats in the bottom of the first inning. 2 hits, but 2 stranded. We've played 1. We are scoreless. Back in 60 seconds.
Step into a world of fun at Tullahoma Lanes. Strike up your excitement with our updated bowling center featuring a wide variety of classic and interactive games. Indulge in your timeless favorites at our new and refreshed snack bar. Check out our upgraded arcade with state-of-the-art games and card swipe technology. Save up your points for premium prize offerings. Bring the whole family and experience bowling like never before.
This is you, and this is you, and this, and this. You're a team, a quarterback, a running back, a kicker, a coach. You are champions. You're a flyer, a backspot, a base, a parent, and a fan. And you are part of this community. So no matter who you are or what you do, we're here to care for you. Vanderbilt Tullahoma Heart and Hospital and Vanderbilt Health, making healthcare personal.
Welcome back to Grider Stadium. We are in the top of the second inning. And Parker Jackson McNeese, or is it Jackson McNeese Austin? Lead off here for the Franklin County Rebels in the top of the second, presented by Stroop's Accurate Refrigeration. The second inning is brought to you by Brown's Body Shop of Shelbyville. Quality and dedication to get you back on the road with Brown's Body Shop of Shelbyville. So this is Jackson, the older of the two. Jackson. The Jackson 2. Yeah, we'll go with that. The Jacksons here for Franklin County.
The Rebels rocking the powder blue uniforms look a lot like the Ole Miss Rebels today.
Or the Moore County Raiders. Or the North Carolina Tar Heels. But yeah, powder blue. 1-1. The count on Jackson. Left-handed batter. Playing right field for the Rebels. 1-1. Just missed low. 2-1.
And when these Rebels, especially in the bottom half of their order, take lots of pitches. They'll take 2 strikes sometimes trying to draw walks.
2-2 the count. Coach, what are you seeing from Balin Tootin so far?
Working both sides of the plate. Off-speed pitch looks pretty good. His fastball, not quite the velo that we've seen in the past.
Outside, 3-2 now the count on the leadoff batter, Jackson.
It's 5 pitches, no swings by Jackson.
And he does not swing at ball 4. And Jackson gets a leadoff walk here in the second, bringing up McNeese, the designated hitter.
Well, really, Balin's really got to focus on this bottom part of the order. We saw this in 2 games. They take lots of pitches and wish real hard for walks. So you got to pound that strike zone. That's why it's really critical that first pitch needs to be down the pipe. Get ahead 0-1 makes a big difference.
Tootin's pitch lined into left field. That's a fair ball, base hit. Parker on his way to third, or Jackson on his way to third. He'll stop at third. And McNeese, a stand-up double from the designated hitter spot. Here in the top of the second, Franklin County has runners on second and third with nobody out.
Yeah, he just tomahawked that one down the left field line in the corner. Bryson Campbell goes and cuts it off. They elect to hold Jackson at third. Thought they may send him on that one, but probably a wise move by the Rebel coach with Andrew Fulmer having the ball in his hands.
Taylor Austin, the number 8 hitter for the Rebels, and number 8 in uniform. Right-handed batter, runners on second and third, nobody out. Line shot, center field. That is caught by Evans, and they don't test the brand-new center fielder's arm. So 1 out, runner still at second and third. Ken, I'm a little surprised they didn't send him right there.
Yeah, me too. At least draw a throw because Tootin's not out there. Of course, Aiden not near the arm is Tootin, obviously. But, they don't want to run out of the inning, I guess, on a play at the plate early. But you do need to try to get on top. Now, both teams have had runners on in all their at-bats, 2 runners on in scoring position. And runners in scoring position. No runs yet. Franklin County with a golden opportunity here. First corners in for Tullahoma.
This is Collins, the first baseman, right-handed batter, takes strike 1.
Beautiful curveball there. And so after the full count walk to Jackson to start the inning, the next 2 hitters swung at the first pitch for the Rebels. We have a take on that one. And he starts him off with a curveball. Probably expecting fastball. Beautiful curve there on the first pitch.
Tootin's fastball is low and inside, 1-1.
Lemon with a nice save there on that off-speed pitch. That's the thing. These off-speed pitches, they're sometimes hard to corral, especially with guys on third. They're a little nervous. A runaway 90 feet. Lots of pressure on in those situations. Nice defensive play by Lemon to block that one.
2 on, 1 out. Swing and a miss by Collins, and it's 1-2.
Well, early on, Scott Tootin's curveball really working. Lots of break in it.
And if you're not going to have your best velocity, then you want to rely more on the breaking ball. 1-2. Fouled away. So Collins stays alive. And McBee on deck for the Rebels. Here in the top of the second. One out. Runners on second and third.
Well, Tootin wants to strike out here. Looking for his first punch out here. Had 13 back in March against him.
And there it is, swing and a miss. The Hogan's Collision Center strikeout. Don't strike out on your auto body repair. Choose Hogan's in Tullahoma. 2 down now. Runners at second and third. Back to the top of the order with McBee.
Yeah, McBee, he had the fly out to center field in his first at bat. Tootin trying to get out of a second and third no-out jam here. Trying to retire the Rebels' leadoff hitter and get out of this.
Balin to McBee. Caught the outside corner. Strike one.
Oh, Tootin really pitching backwards now, throwing lots of first pitch curveballs. Why not?
Each team has 2 hits, and that stat update financed by Coffee County Bank. Believe in better. Believe in Coffee County Bank, serving our community for 50 years. Big cut, nothing but error for McBee. It's 0-2.
Yeah, whiffed it another curveball. So let's see if he throws him 3 hooks in a row here. May try to elevate the strike zone, throw him a high fastball, letter high fastball.
Off speed, swing and a miss, and the Hogan's Collision Center strikeout ends the second inning. So again, Franklin County strands a couple of runners but does not score. We go to the bottom of the second, tied at 0. Back in 1 minute.
Coffee County Bank, the Chamber of Commerce Business of the Year, was founded by local business and community leaders in 1975 with a mission to create a community bank that fulfills the needs of its clients. We believe it is our responsibility to participate in the growth of Coffee County by supporting its citizens, businesses, and the community as a whole. Coffee County Bank is a proud supporter of Tullahoma football.
On game night, winning is everything. But life's big wins happen off the field. When you win a heart. When you win their trust. When you win their respect. First Bank's community banking is perfect for life's big wins because of what we're big on. You. Make us part of your team for life's biggest wins.
The bottom of the second inning is presented by Brown's Body Shop of Shelbyville. Tullahoma, Franklin County, scoreless here in, I guess this is the second round of the District 8 AAA tournament. First game for the Wildcats, though. And Andrew Zebick, the first baseman, will lead it off for the Cats, presented by Stroop's Accurate Refrigeration.
Zebick, Lemon, and Bryson Campbell, 6, 7, 8 in the Wildcat batting order.
Gillum on the mound for the Rebels, outside ball 1.
Well, 6 runners stranded thus far, 4 by the Rebels, 2 by Tullahoma. So who can deliver the clutch hit today? Still remains to be seen.
There's a high pop. Third shortstop calls everybody off. Makes the catch, 1 out. Zebick pops out to short, bringing up Philip Lemon, junior catcher. And this may be a situation where if Tullahoma plays 2 in a row, you might see a Park Folks or someone catch game 2. Coach Morris has certainly built in options during the year. Coach, he's really good at playing people at other places just to see how they do.
Yeah, and that's what he's done all season is move guys around, for those kind of situations because, you could have a tournament day with rain, inclement weather where you have multiple games in a day, and that's exactly right, Scott.
And we hope Tullahoma has multiple games today, preferably the first two.
Yes, indeed.
First pitch to Lemon, strike one. There's a line drive, center field, caught. Nice running catch by Franklin County's center fielder. Beautiful catch, as a matter of fact. A gorgeous catch.
Yeah, it sure was a shoestring catch there that's Connor Parker.
So 2 outs, nobody on for Bryson Campbell, the number 8 hitter, playing left field this afternoon.
Yeah, Lemon just got robbed. Sour lemons on that one. For the Cats.
Daytime baseball at Grider Stadium, Jerry Mathis Field.
Well, Campbell's been patient all year. We've seen him in right field, left field, catcher, getting the nod in left field today. So he's up 2-0. Is the Tullahoma junior.
Trevor Cole on deck for the Wildcats. Fouled back.
Big cut.
2-1.
Looking to spark a 2-out rally here and be a rally starter.
Coach, is it hard to sit around a couple of days waiting to play that game? Then when you finally play it, you're not really even awake?
Yeah, you just, the adrenaline's going. You want to play, certainly, but, we would have had Noah's Ark out here to play yesterday. We tried. They tried to get it in. And
there's a line.
But just didn't
pop.
happen.
Left center field. Center fielder going to make every play this inning. Tullahoma, absolutely nothing in the bottom of the second. 3 up and 3 down. We're tied, scoreless, as we head to the third inning. Back in 1 minute.
Phil Gill, the owner of Fit Beyond Plus. Fit Beyond Plus is a gym that brings a fresh and exciting atmosphere to your health and fitness. We'd love for you to drop in and check us out.
I'll take Wikipedia's explanation.
The third inning is presented by the Elk River Public Utility District. Hours of showers for pennies a day. Learn how natural gas can change your life at erpud.com. Tullahoma stranded 2. Franklin County has stranded 4. Each team with 2 hits. That stat update brought to you by Coffee County Bank. Coach, we're moving right along here on a Sunday afternoon.
Yeah, we are. You could look at those numbers and say both teams scoreless, that it's a pitcher's duel, but both teams have had opportunities, Scott. The Rebels have stranded 2 runners both innings. The Wildcats stranded 2 in the first. And
the sun is almost out here at Grider Stadium as the third inning begins with Balin Tootin sneaking in an outside corner strike on Sam Vincent leading off for the Rebels.
Fastball Vincent flied out to Campbell and left in the first.
Swing and a miss, 0-2. That's a good fastball from Balin.
Yeah, big cut. And that's what he's got to do. When he throws that fastball, it's got to be in the strike zone or on the corners around the plate. You got to get him swinging. That makes your curveball that much more effective.
He actually called that first for the ball. Maybe what he was saying was outside.
1 ball, 2 strikes on Sam Vincent.
Yeah, he did call the first pitch a strike. We thought he had an 0-2 count, but evidently he called it a ball. And Coach Morris wants to come out and get some clarification on it. He thought it was 0-2 count too.
First pitch, he called strike.
Yes, he did.
Yeah.
Everybody in the stadium saw it, including us up here. But, hey,
Speaking of the umpires, because we are in tournament play now, there are 3 umpires instead of just 2, which is the norm during the regular season. Called strike 3 on Sam Vincent. I don't know what kind of makeup deal that was, but 1 out here in the top of the third. for Gardner. Gus Gardner, the catcher.
Yeah, good point there, Scott. And really where this becomes effective, with 3 umpires, is those plays at third base when you got a runner behind third, maybe first and third, you have a hit and you got to play at third, and then the umpire doesn't get out on it, you've got an umpire over there. So this puts the umpires in better position to make the right calls, and that's a good thing.
Yes, and they should have 3 for the regular season. Everything's about money.
Yes.
1-0 the count on Gardner. 1-1.
Boy, that was a backdoor curveball. That came in around the outside corner and caught the black piece of the black, says the umpire. So 1-1.
Tootin dealing now, 1-2.
Yeah, that's when he's most effective, is working. You saw that the pitch before, outside corner curveball, that pitch inside corner curveball.
1 out, nobody on. Swing and a miss.
Beautiful.
The Hogan's Collision Center strikeout. Don't strike out on your auto body repair. Choose Hogan's. Hogan's in Tullahoma.com.
Well, all of a sudden, the strikeouts are coming. That's 3 now, and it took him a while to get his first one. But I think it's based on him really being able to control his fastball. His curveball's been sharp the entire game, but now he's starting to locate his fastball as well.
Outside ball 1. Let me say that again. Not Hogan's in Tullahoma.com. Not anywhere close. Hogan's Collision Center.com. 1-0 the count. Swinging foul tip.
Well, these are the situations, and these are the games. You swept them in the regular season, you can come in a little bit overconfident. But as Coach Mathis said, and I said in pregame, these are the games the teams you got to practice the hardest for. Because they want to beat you. You've beat them a couple of times in the regular season. And Coach Mathis told me they used to play a game after every single practice. They did this his whole coaching career. That they would line the defense up and they would have to record 21 outs in a row with no errors. They would have to, execute cutoffs, relays. If you made one error, you started all over without one.
1-2 count, swing and a miss. The Hogan's Collision Center strikeout, the third of the inning for Balin Tootin. Nothing doing for Franklin County in the third. We're scoreless. Back in 60 seconds.
Time and Tennessee, and nobody tackles the competition like the Russell Barnett Automotive family. With 6 locations to serve you, certified collision center, over 1,000 new and pre-owned vehicles to choose from at russellbarnett.com, hometown auto rental, limited lifetime powertrain warranty on certain units, certified pre-owned units. Too many reasons to mention why. Keep asking the question, why buy anywhere else?
Hi there, this is Terry Stroop, Stroop's Accurate Refrigeration. Summer's about to wind down, fall's right around the corner. It's time to get signed up for your fall maintenance checks, and let's get out and support our local high school football this year. Let's go, Cats!
Hey, I'm Phil Gill, the owner of Fit Beyond Plus. Fit Beyond Plus is a gym that brings a fresh and exciting atmosphere to your health and fitness. We'd love for you to drop in and check us out.
Welcome back to Grider Stadium. Everett Stetson is our engineer at 93.9 The Duck, running the board this afternoon. Chris Barstad, the on-site producer, along with Ken Keller. I'm Scott Chastain in the Ben's Jordan press box with the Doc and the Dave. The Doc and the Dave. We're in the bottom of the third, and for the Wildcats, Trevor Cole, number 9 hitter, leads off, second baseman.
Rebel third baseman creeping in. Anything's possible with the leadoff hitter here.
Outside, ball 1.
Cole looking to be a double leadoff here for Tullahoma. Scoreless game, bottom of the third inning. Fouls that one off the end of the bat. That looks like a miscue in a pool game shot right there. He's going to need a little bit more chalk on his bat there before he swings this next one, Scott.
1-1 to count.
Nice curveball.
1-2 now on Trevor Cole. Tullahoma needs a base runner, needs runs. We're scoreless in the bottom of the third.
Got a curveball duel between the pitchers, Gillum and Tootin.
Cole fouls away. 1-2.
Hanging tough, and that's what we've seen Cole and these Tullahoma hitters do. They put up a lot of resistance with 2 strikes, fouling off pitches and working back in the count. Let's see if he can do it here. Trevor Cole down 1-2 here. See if he can come back.
He cannot, as Gillum strikes him out. Throw down to first in time. 1 out here in the bottom of the third. And Tullahoma goes back to the top of the order with Hunter Hogan.
Hunter Hogan led the game off with a single to center field for Tullahoma. They stranded 2 that inning as Fulmer also had a hit to center.
But the Wildcats could not score. Franklin County's had 4 base runners. They have not been able to score either.
Pitch down low. Yeah, and as I'm talking about Matheson, that 7-inning game they used to play mentally, just in preparation for their games. I said, Coach, what happened if you get in the 5th inning and, in that little practice session you have and you make an error? He said, we start all over. I said, what's the longest that you went where you had to keep starting over? He said, 1 hour and 15 minutes. And I said, okay. I said, if you started with the 1 out to get to the 21, what's the fastest you got it done? He said 98% of the time we had to do it over, which is understandable.
Pitch outside to Hogan, 3-1.
All right, Hogan way ahead here. Good speed.
I knew there was a reason why I didn't want to play for Mathis. That must have been it.
Yeah, that was a brutal
3-1
session,
count.
But it paid off.
Little flare. First baseman reaches out, makes the catch. 2 down here for Tullahoma in the third. And Balin Tootin at the plate.
Yeah, that's 2 quick outs. That was Josiah Cullen drifted over to the foul territory to make that catch.
And you were talking about practice and getting ready for this game. Ain't nobody been practicing the last couple of days.
You're right.
Maybe indoors,
that's right,
but
yeah.
That's it.
Yeah, that's one thing that, the weather sometimes is the great equalizer.
Outside corner, strike 1 on Tootin.
That's a good point. Tootin flied out to left field in the first.
He fouls it towards the Tullahoma dugout, and Gillum quickly ahead of Balin, 0-2.
Both these pitchers with good pace early. They're not wasting any time delivering pitches.
Oh-2 pitch. Low.
We're seeing Balin. He also demonstrates good patience in the batter's box. Shout out to our friend Vera Cawthorn listening on 93.9 The Duck today. We appreciate you tuning in.
Tootin flares it out of play. Remains 1 ball and 2 strikes. Also shout out to everybody at Buffalo Wild Wings who might be watching Tullahoma baseball on Light 2. That happens there, 1 ball, 2 strikes, 2 outs. Gillum. Tootin pops into left field. Playable and caught. That's it for the Wildcats. We've played 3 complete innings, each team with 2 hits, but nobody with any runs. We're tied scoreless, heading to the 4th, back in 1 minute.
Step into a world of fun at Tullahoma Lanes. Strike up your excitement with our updated bowling center featuring a wide variety of classic and interactive games. Indulge in your timeless favorites at our new and refreshed snack bar. Check out our upgraded arcade with state-of-the-art games and card swipe technology. Save up your points for premium prize offerings. Bring the whole family and experience bowling like never before.
This is you, and this is you, and this, and this. You're a team, a quarterback, a running back, a kicker, a coach. You are champions. You're a flyer, a backspot, a base, a parent, and a fan. And you are part of this community. So no matter who you are or what you do, we're here to care for you. Vanderbilt Tullahoma Heart and Hospital and Vanderbilt Health, making healthcare personal.
This game started at 2 o'clock, and we are already in the top of the 4th inning. Each team with 2 hits. No errors have been committed, and nobody has scored. Coach, I don't know if we've gotten to the 4th inning scoreless all year.
Yeah, And, Balin's really settled down. He has allowed 4 base runners, but his strikeouts are coming now. He's only walked 1, and he struck out 3. So curveball working really good, and his straight changeup. And then these Franklin County hitters, boy, if he ever does, go back to his fastball, that's a deadly repertoire with 3 different pitches. Because those 2 are working good today.
Hitters 5, 6, and 7 for the Rebels here in the 4th. Heated and cooled by Stroop's Accurate Refrigeration.
Parker was the center fielder. He's got a workout in the outfield this game, but struck out swinging in the first to strand 2 Rebels.
The one place you will not find this broadcast that you might normally find it is the Light Tube YouTube channel. It's a playoff game. TWSAA gets involved, and it is what it is. First pitch from Tootin, and their 4th strike.
Well, Tootin has 5 Ks, and 3 struck out the last 3 hitters, all 3 of them last inning.
Inside, 1-1. Southpaw delivers. It's popped out of play. 1 ball, 2 strikes. Almost the sun keeps trying to peek out, but it just doesn't quite make it. Outside, 2-2 on Parker.
And by way out. Tell them outfield shallow, especially in right field.
Swing and a miss. Lemon picks the ball up, throws to Sebic. 1 out in the 4th, bringing up Jackson. And this is Braden Jackson, the elder Jackson.
That is 5 straight strikeouts of consecutive hitters for Tootin.
That's pretty good.
Yeah.
Those are Hogan's Collision Center strikeouts. Don't strike out when you choose who's going to repair your vehicle. Choose Hogan's in Tullahoma.
Jackson drew a free pass in the 2nd, I believe on a 4-pitch walk. He's looking for his first strike. 5 balls to him so far.
There's 6. 2-0 the count on Jackson. Left-handed batter.
Mm-hmm.
Jackson, deep to right center field. Aiden Evans drifts over, makes the catch from his center field position. 2 down here in the 4th. Jackson got a little bit of that one, Coach, just didn't carry forward.
Yeah, he sure did. The 2-0 pitch, he's swinging and jerks it to the right center field. Ball had a little bit of carry on it, but our center fielder made a nice play.
Now, to me, their most dangerous-looking hitter is this young man, McNeese, the DH. Fouls it.
Yeah, he doubled to the left field corner, but was stranded in the 1st.
0-1 the count. In the dirt, 1-1. Again, if Tullahoma wins, they will play about 30 minutes after this game. They'll play again.
I'll take that back. He was stranded in the 2nd, so that double put runners on 2nd and 3rd with nobody out. The greatest scoring threat of the entire game, and the Rebels failed there.
Tootin's pitch grounded to 3rd. Bratcher plays the hop perfectly. Throw is perfect. 3 up and 3 down. 6 straight. Tootin has mowed down. We move to the bottom of the 4th. No score here at Grider Stadium. Back in 60 seconds.
Coffee County Bank, the Chamber of Commerce Business of the Year, was founded by local business and community leaders in 1975 with a mission to create a community bank that fulfills the needs of its clients. We believe it is our responsibility to participate in the growth of Coffee County by supporting its citizens, businesses, and the community as a whole. Coffee County Bank is a proud supporter of Tullahoma football.
On game night, winning is everything. But life's big wins happen off the field when you win a heart. when you win their trust, when you win their respect. First Bank's community banking is perfect for life's big wins because of what we're big on. You. Make us part of your team for life's biggest wins.
Welcome back to Grider Stadium. The fourth inning is cared for by Vanderbilt Tullahoma Heart and Hospital, offering full emergency care 24/7. Breezing right along, Coach K. Andrew Fulmer, the most valuable player in District 8 AAA for 2025 at the plate.
Yeah, the most dangerous hitter in this Wildcat lineup, hitting in the number 3 spot. But as Doc said in our break, hey, you want this guy up with people on base.
Hey, I'll just take a guy at first right now.
How about a solo shot over that left center field scoreboard? That would be nice.
Gillum,
he can do it.
Bounces the first pitch up, ball 1. Gillum pitched excellent for Franklin County. That off-speed pitch is mistakenly fouled down the third base line by Andrew. He tried to check his swing but couldn't. So it's 1-1.
Yep, good call right there. Check swing, foul ball, harmless. See if he can get a good pitch to put a full rip on here now. Commit to it and barrel one up. Maybe to a gap for extra bases.
Outside, 2-1. It's been a while since we've seen Alfalfa umpiring here, but he's down the first base line.
Okay. Alfalfa.
Outside, 3-1 now on Fulmer.
Gilliam nibbling on the outside corner does not want to put a fat pitch in there for Fulmer to bust. Catcher setting up outside again.
Sharp grounder, base hit. Shortstop cuts it off, but no way he's throwing Andrew Fulmer out. And the leadoff batter for the Wildcats on base with an infield single here in the bottom of the fourth inning.
Well, a great start right there, and the pitcher had the right idea. He got Fulmer to roll over on that. That catcher set up on the outside corner. He'd thrown 2 straight pitches out there. He pulls it, reaches out, pulls it right between third and short for the infield single. Too much speed for them to throw him out.
Mason Bratcher now at the plate with nobody out here in the fourth. The District 8 AAA Pitcher of the Year, 7-0 was Mason. I think about a 1.15 ERA, somewhere around there.
Yeah, congratulations on that big award there. Pitcher of the Year in this district's a big deal. We saw some good ones this year.
Of course, Tullahoma, Evan Tomlin was the MVP last year of the district. Outside.
Well, tremendous speed on the bases. Gilliam now has to be a bit nervous with the Wildcat cleanup slugger up here, Mason Bratcher, and elite speed on first base. And the Cats, Coach Morse has lots of opportunities here to maybe hit and run or just straight steal. Let's see what he does.
Throw to first. Fulmer back in time. J.D. Schmisser is on deck for the Wildcats. But Mason Bratcher, one of Tullahoma's top hitters, top RBI guy. Of course, he bats cleanup. Stands to reason. 1-0 pitch, high and outside, 2-0. I would be careful with Bratcher here as well if I was Gillum.
Mm-hmm.
Nobody out. Runner on first for the Wildcats.
Tullahoma looking to break the ice of this 0-0 deadlock.
There goes Fulmer, and it is fouled away by Bratcher. So we'll do it again. Maybe Bratcher didn't foul it away. It just got away from Gus Gardner, the catcher. So 2 balls and 1 strike. And Fulmer is at second base for Mason Bratcher. Nobody out. Now Gillum's got a runner at second to worry about. And he's fast. He will steal third in a heartbeat.
Bratcher,
we've seen it.
Yes, we have.
Their third baseman playing close to the bag.
Yeah.
Bratcher reaches out, fouls it back, 2-2.
He's hugging that bag, isn't he? And Bratcher committed to the Lee Flames, so he'll play next level baseball, as will multiple Wildcats off this roster.
But we see a couple that say they're uncommitted, so I don't understand why more people aren't making them offers. Maybe they just hadn't got one they won't like
Waiting
yet.
for the right one, right?
There's a line
There it
drive, left field, base hit. That is going to score.
Extra bases,
Andrew
maybe.
Fulmer, and Mason
Yep.
Bratcher drives in the first run of the game with a stand-up double. And the Wildcats lead the Franklin County Rebels 1-0. That stat update financed by Coffee County Bank.
Well, Mason Bratcher gets the first RBI and thus knocks in the first run with that double to left. Plates his teammate Fulmer. Cats lead 1-0. Looking for more.
Still with a man at second, nobody out for J.D. Schmisser, today's designated hitter for the Wildcats.
Yeah, Smisher cue-balled one down the first base line and was expired pitcher to first, his first at bat.
Pops up, left field. Playable. One down. So J.D. pops up. Bratcher remains at second. That will bring up Andrew Zebick, senior first baseman.
And Zebick popped out to short his first at bat.
He's another one that's got that average almost up to 300 with a good late season by Andrew.
And he was an all-district performer as well.
As was J.D.
As was J.D.
One out. Man on second is Mason Bratcher. Outside, ball one.
Well, it seemed definitely that Gilliam has slowed his pace down since incurring some trouble here in the bottom half of the fourth. Home half of the fourth for the Wildcats as they scratch across the first run of this game. Looking for more.
There's a grounder to second. Throw to first in time to get Zebick. Advances Bratcher to third, but now two outs for Bryson Campbell. Nope, Philip Lemon.
And Lemon lined out to center field. The center fielder made a shoestring catch and robbed him back in the second inning.
This fourth inning is cared for by Vanderbilt Tullahoma Heart and Hospital. The emergency room never closes. Two outs. Bratcher on third. High off-speed pitch, missed, ball one.
Yeah, that one stayed up in the zone, just a slow curveball. And it's real tough to be patient with that pitch because it looks like a hot air balloon riding in there, and you just want to take a whack at it.
There's a line drive right field base hit. That drives in Mason Bratcher. And Philip Lemon has driven in the second run of the afternoon. The Wildcats lead the Rebels 2-0. Tullahoma now with 5 hits. And here's Bryson Campbell. Two outs, runner on first.
Yeah, you called it. So Tullahoma now with 2 runs. That was a big one as well. So 2 RBIs, Bratcher and Lemon.
Nate Wilkerson is the courtesy runner for Lemon at first base. Bryson Campbell at the plate, number 8 hitter for the Wildcats. Playing left field this afternoon.
He flew out to center field, 0 for 1.
Hardly any breeze right now at Grider. High, ball one.
Now Gilliam, he's elevating the ball a little bit now here in the fourth. Elevating his pitches.
Campbell lines it left center field, base hit. So Wilkerson at second, Bryson Campbell at first, and Trevor Cole, the number 9 hitter, has a chance to drive in more runs for the Wildcats. They now have 6 hits and 2 runs.
Yeah, 4 this inning. So the Cats have exploded. A double and 3 singles. Inning still going for Tullahoma with 2 in, and we're going to have a pitchers meeting here on the mound.
So the Franklin County manager on his way to the mound.
A meeting of the minds, Scott.
Nobody warming up, so he would bring in somebody from that's playing in the field if he were going to make a change. I don't think so. At this time, they just want to get this third out. Runners at first and second for Cole, and then the top of the order. So this is the guy you want to get if you're Franklin County.
No doubt.
We have seen Trevor multiple times over the last couple of years come in this kind of spot and keep a rally going.
Yes, he has.
So Gillum remains on the mound for the Rebels. 2 outs, 2 on.
The 7th batter of the inning that Tullahoma has sent to the plate.
There's a high pop, left center field. And it is caught. So Tullahoma strands a couple, but the Wildcats score a couple. We head to the 5th. Tullahoma leads Franklin County 2-0. Back in just 1 minute.
Phil Gym, the owner of Fit Beyond Plus. Fit Beyond Plus is a gym that brings a fresh and exciting atmosphere to your health and fitness. We'd love for you to drop in and check us out.
Today's 5th inning is presented by Minuteman Press. Yard signs, decals, stickers, promotional items, they're all available at Minuteman Press on North Jackson Street in Tullahoma. Well, now Tullahoma Southpaw Balin Tootin has a 2-run lead to work with. The Wildcats able to plate a couple. In the bottom of the 4th, Coach, it's always better when you got the lead.
Yeah, it sure is. And, Balin really – he's settled down the last couple of innings. He's kind of found his rhythm. His off-speed pitch is working really well, and we know what his fastball is capable of. So he's got these Rebel hitters off balance right now.
Because of the weather delays and the fact that we're at Sunday and not Friday, see how it affects Tullahoma's pitching down the road. They have a regular rotation. I expect the next game we'll see Mason Bratcher. And then from there, we'll see how Brian works it so that if you get to the regions, you want Balin back on the mound that first region game.
Good call.
1-1 the count.
I agree.
Who we got leading off for the Rebels?
We got Austin leading off. That's Taylor Austin, the Rebel second baseman.
He lines a base hit down the third base line. Quickly, Campbell gets it in the infield, and Austin reaches on a leadoff single here in the top of the 5th for the Rebels.
Well, a good start for the Franklin County Rebels. Again, they've stranded, made lots of noise in the first 2 innings with no runs. They stranded, had a second, third situation, and a first and second situation, and did not score. Actually, they had second, third both innings.
Cullens, the first baseman, at the plate for Franklin County, and he bunts it high in the air and foul.
Well, that Bryson Campbell, looking at that, he has good speed and left, so he closed on that ball down the line because that looked like it had the potential for extra bases when it left the bat of Austin. So Josiah Cullen, he was strikeout victim in the 2nd.
Throw to first. Austin back in time. Balin has got a wicked move to first, as most left-handers do have a nice move to first since they're looking right at it.
Yeah, they're tough. I remember being in Babe Ruth, and Terry Underwood picked me off. I got a hit to get on base, and he picked me off on the first pitch. Big Terry Underwood.
You don't remember all your successes, but you remember that pickoff, don't you,
I
Coach?
do remember my failures.
That's the way sports is, man. You don't remember remember the good things. You just remember the bad.
Yeah. Talking about left-handed pitchers. Yeah, I saw
bunt.
Oh, good one.
Back to Tootin. Tootin only play at first. 1 out, but the sacrifice works for Franklin County's Cullen. And a runner at second is Austin. Back to the top of the order, McBee.
Well, you called it nice sacrifice bunt right there. So that really flips the Franklin County lineup to where it goes to now lead off to McBee. So you got a man on second with 1 out. Smart play by the Rebels coach there to call the bunt.
We've got a courtesy runner, Colson Kelly, Colson Kelly, number 6, courtesy running for Franklin County at second base.
Well, and you remember the fireballers you faced in Little League, too, the Jody Cox and Tim Gillard.
Joey Tuck.
Man, them guys. Tim Gillard, he was wild, big left-hander. He was over 6 foot in Little League, and he could throw the gas. And Jody Cox, he had a beard at 12.
Runner on second, 1 out. Tootin delivers. Missed, ball 1.
If you're facing a 12-year-old kid with a nickname, the Moose, man, you know he can throw some smoke. That was his nickname, the Moose. Lefty on lefty here.
Well, after facing Joey Tuck, all he did was come to Tullahoma and help the Wildcats win a state championship.
There you go.
As a pitcher.
McBee 0 for 2, flied out to center and struck out swinging.
Jerry Farrer and Joey Tuck, the top of that 1974 state title rotation. Tootin's pitch, 2-1. Left-handed batting leadoff man McBee.
Rebels desperately trying to get the goose egg off their scoring column here and cut this lead in half with a single potentially.
Off-speed pitch, high, 3-1.
No, you got to come straight fastballs now. You got to bring something down the plate the next 2 pitches and force this guy to hit his way on. You'll give up. You'll let the runner go to third to get the out here on a ball to the pull side to second or first.
Fastball misses outside, and McBee trots down to first. So Franklin County has 2 on with 1 out for Sam Vincent.
Well, and this is the dangerous part of the Rebel order now. You're 2, 3, 4 in the batting order.
And 2 may be the most dangerous.
Yes, I agree. And he's 0 for 2. Flew out to Campbell and left. Struck out looking his last at bat. So 2 on, 1 out. Cats lead at 2-0 here, top of the 5th. Double play ball with pitcher's best friend is in order here.
Tootin's pitch, strike 1.
Looked like a curveball down on the inside corner.
Yeah, it was down.
Yeah, it was. And Vincent, a pretty tall guy, so must have caught him at the kneecaps.
He didn't think so.
No, he didn't.
There's a ground ball, third base, dive and stop by Bratcher. Dives to the bag and touches it. And the lead runner is out. What a play by Mason, the Chief Bratcher.
Yeah, I like that, the Chief Bratcher. Yeah, that ball had a chance at extra bases, and he dives and corrals it down the third base line and dives and touches third. So 2 dives on that one by Bratcher. What a play.
Make no mistake about it, that's another reason why Lee University is proud to have Mason Bratcher. They love him as a third baseman.
Big out number 2 there.
Here's Gardner, Gus Gardner, the catcher, with 2 on and 2 out.
Much to the chagrin of Sam Vincent.
Off-speed pitch, strike 1. Boy, what a play by Bratcher.
It was a clutch play there. Gardner singled and struck out swinging. 1 for 2.
You know, Tullahoma always tends to guard the lines. We talk about that with our corner infielders, and it really paid off. Tootin misses, 1 ball and 1 strike. Trying to get out of a 5th inning jam. He got out of a jam in the first. A little bit of trouble in the second. Cruised through the 3rd and 4th. Now battling here with 2 outs and 2 on in the 5th. Cats lead it 2-0. Fouled out of play. And Gardner stays alive.
But we've got 2 strikes on him. 2 strikes, 2 outs. Can Balin get out of a scoring jam once again?
The Central Magnet Tigers are in the house. They will play the winner of this game in the winner's bracket. The loser of this game will play at 7 o'clock tonight. Balin Tootin with another Hogan's Collision Center strikeout to end the 5th. Tullahoma leads Franklin County 2-0. We'll be back in 60 seconds.
It's football time in Tennessee, and nobody tackles the competition like the Russell Barnett Automotive family. With 6 locations to serve you, certified collision center, over 1,000 new and pre-owned vehicles to choose from at russellbarnett.com. hometown auto rental, limited lifetime powertrain warranty on certain units, certified pre-owned units. Too many reasons to mention why. Keep asking the question, why buy anywhere else?
Hi there, this is Terry Stroop, Stroop's Accurate Refrigeration. Summer's about to wind down, fall's right around the corner. It's time to get signed up for your fall maintenance checks, and let's get out and support our local high school football this year. Let's go, Cats!
Hey, I'm Phil Gill, the owner of Fit Beyond Plus. Fit Beyond Plus is a gym that brings a fresh and exciting atmosphere to your health and fitness. We'd love for you to drop in and check us out.
We head to the bottom of the fifth inning at Grider Stadium, presented by Minuteman Press. Right downtown there, North Jackson Street in Tullahoma. Go see Derek Mann and his crew at Minuteman Press, another of our fine sponsors here on 93.9 The Duck. We appreciate you tuning in, whether you're watching or listening on any of our outlets, including the National Federation of High Schools. We are the what's the word I'm looking for, Chris? The only broadcast of Tullahoma High School sport exclusive. That's what I'm looking for. The exclusive media partner of the Tullahoma High School, and we love it. Hunter Hogan, Tullahoma's leadoff batter, leads off for the Wildcats here in the bottom of the fifth.
Hogan 1 for 2, started the game off with a single and fouled out to the first baseman.
Gillum still on the mound for the Rebels, misses outside. Caught the corner, 1-1. Yes, Gillum works much faster without runners on base.
Yep.
There's a grounder to third, gets through. Shortstop makes the play but throws wild to first, and y'all call it what you want. Hunter Hogan is on first base with nobody out.
Go infield single on that one. Just deep in the hole, tough play for the shortstop. Don't know if he would have got him anyway. Hogan, pretty good speed.
Well, I thought it
Infield
tipped
single.
the third baseman's glove just a tad. Kind of ricocheted off there, so you're right. Tough play for anybody. Brings up Tootin with Hogan at first, nobody out.
Well, Hogan now 2 for 3. Breaking out of that slump at the right time. Dangerous Balin Tootin up now with a big hole between first and second with the first baseman holding the runner on the bag.
And look at the outfield and how close to center they're all playing.
Yeah, strange.
Huge gaps down the line.
And we've seen him shoot the ball down the left field line as well to go opposite field. So he can go anywhere. He did fly out. Let's see what he's done today. Fly out to left twice. So he's went to opposite field both the bats. I got to be thinking he's going to be looking to pull something here.
Sure is a lot of room behind first base. 1 ball and no strikes to Balin Tootin.
Tootin will be looking for a pitch
He can
middle
lay it
in.
down. Fouls it back. You know, a bunt would be another situation that I believe a successful one would leave runners at first and second because Balin's just fast.
The Rebel catcher, Gus Gardner, setting up on the outside portion of the plate.
Tootin with 36 stolen bases. 1 ball, 1 strike. Throw to first. Hogan back in time. Hunter Hogan at first, Balin Tootin at the plate. Nobody out. Bottom of the fifth. Tullahoma leads 2-0. Gillum on the mound for the Rebels.
Hogan now becoming a distraction for Gillum on that mound.
There he goes. High drive, center field. Looks playable. And Hogan will quickly get back to first. 1 out. So Tootin gave it a ride, but as our friend over at the softball field calls it, just a can of corn.
Yep.
1 out for Andrew Fulmer.
And a Fulmer 2 for 2. Looking to go 3 for 3 here. Cats lead at 2-0. Bottom of the fifth.
7 hits for Tullahoma now, 3 for Franklin County. That stat financed by Coffee County Bank.
Franklin County has stranded 6 runners.
Throw to first. Hogan back in time. They put those base runners now put those mitts on their hands so they don't get stepped on, hopefully, on that throw to first or a play at second. The pitch to Fulmer. Big cut by Andrew. Might have been ball one. 0-1 the count.
The only thing about those sliding mitts, too, they give you a couple more inches to play with when you're sliding to first. You know, you might not even have your fingers there, but the mid extending, if it's touching the bag, they're going to call you safe. Any means necessary, right?
Pitch is outside, 1-1. Well, certainly base runner can use a couple of inches.
Yeah, so that's kind of a new novelty. We certainly never had anything like that growing up when I played. And like if you got your hands spiked, you got
There's
your
a
hands
drive
spiked.
left field, but it is playable. Caught, 2 down. So Fulmer, like Tootin, gave it a little ride, but caught in the outfield. Balls are just not carrying. This is a line drive kind of day, Coach, not a high fly ball kind of day.
Yep. And flares. We've seen some balls drop that were just kind of, you know, just flares out there to the outfield.
So Bratcher had the big hit in the 4th. Now he's back up in the 5th with 2 outs and Hogan at first. Sun just trying so hard to come out. Outside, throw down to first. Well, that was a good throw by Gardner. Close play at first, but Hogan back.
Let's see if Tullahoma tries to steal here with 2 outs to get that runner in scoring position.
There's a high pop out of play. Now 1-1 on Mason. Of course, his grandfather, Jim, was a tremendous baseball player for Tullahoma. Hit close to 500 his senior year, as well as a fine running back for the Wildcats. Heck of an athlete.
Quite an athlete. Catcher set way off the plate.
Pitch is way off the plate, and they've got Hogan in a rundown. Go to second, back to first. I think, punched out is Hunter Hogan at first base. That's it for Tullahoma in the bottom of the 5th inning, presented by Minuteman Press on North Jackson Street. We move to the 6th. The Wildcats lead the Rebels 2-0, back in 1 minute.
Step into a world of fun at Tullahoma Lanes. Strike up your excitement with our updated bowling center featuring a wide variety of classic and interactive games. Indulge in your timeless favorites at our new and refreshed snack bar. Check out our upgraded arcade with state-of-the-art games and card swipe technology. Save up your points for premium prize offerings. Bring the whole family and experience bowling like never before.
This is you, and this is you, and this, and this. You're a team, a quarterback, a running back, a kicker, a coach. You are champions. You're a flyer, a back spot, a base, a parent, and a fan. And you are part of this community, so no matter who you are or what you do, we're here to care for you. Vanderbilt Tullahoma Heart and Hospital and Vanderbilt Health, making healthcare personal.
We move to the 6th inning here at Grider Stadium. And yes, what is that strange tint you see on your television or however you're watching? And if you're listening, the sun is out in Tullahoma, Tennessee on a Sunday afternoon. Ben Quick, now the pitcher for the Wildcats. So Balin Tootin completes 5 innings, gives up 3 hits, and leaves with a 2-0 lead. And Coach Morris will try to get a couple of innings out of Ben Quick, get the save, and move on. The winner of this game will play the next game, which will be about 30 minutes after this one is over. The loser of this game will play the 3rd game of the day, and we'll be here no matter when the Wildcats play.
Yeah, so Quick's going to face 4, 5, and 6. Leading off for the Rebels will be cleanup hitter and pitcher Kaysen Gilliam. He's walked and struck out, so 0 for 1. Well, that's the thing for Quick. You know, we've seen these Wildcat relievers come in these close games like this and, you know, at times give up leadoff walks. We need to get this first hitter and we need to We need to pound the strike zone, being a little different, not as much off speed as Tootin. Right-handed pitcher likes to pound the strike zone and keep the ball down. So he's got a power fastball, so a different type pitcher here as Telema brings the big righty in.
Junior Ben Quick replaces Tootin, and Balin now in center field. So Aiden Evans, there's a line drive right at Balin Tootin. He makes the catch for 1 out.
That ball hit sharply there, but right at Tootin, thankfully, for Mr. Quick.
Tullahoma throwing it around the horn unsuccessfully.
1 pitch, 1 out.
Well, that's quick.
Yes, it is. That is quick. No pun intended. By Mr. Quick.
Absolute pun intended.
There you go. It's going to bring Parker up.
Parker with 1 out.
2 strikeouts for Parker, 0 for 2.
Swung on and missed, strike 1.
And that's it, Ben. Pound that strike zone. Challenge them with your fastball, especially now you're getting the middle to the end of the order.
There's a high pop. Looks playable. As Hunter Hogan gives chase, makes a great catch in a mud puddle. Great job by Hunter Hogan. That takes balance, and he does it 2 down.
And he just stuck with it. Just kept gliding with the ball and following it, tracking it, and makes the catch. He had covered a lot of green, a lot of territory on that one by the Wildcat right fielder.
Well, he really did.
Never gave up on it.
Great defense by the Wildcats. 2 down now in the 6th, nobody on.
And it's going to bring Jackson up. Braden Jackson, he walked and flied out to center. 0 for 1.
Quick miss, ball 1.
Wildcat straight away. As Scott said, always the outfielders, they kind of play more towards the gaps versus the lines.
Quick uncorked one, and it goes to the backstop. Nobody hurt, 2-0. Yeah, Tullahoma's outfield sort of relies on its speed. They do play the gaps and leave the lines open, but they can get there.
Indeed.
Foul back this way, 2-1.
It says Tullahoma outfield-wise has Hogan in right, who just made that fine catch. Tootin now from pitcher's mound to center field, and Bryson Campbell still in left. Good wheels, all 3 spots.
Quick. Must have been low because it certainly was over the plate. 3-1 the count. You do not want to allow base runners if you're a relief pitcher. There's a high pop. Tootin clears everybody in center. Drifts to his right. 2 down. 3 down. That's it for the Rebels. In the 6th inning, nothing doing. Ben Quick. Nice, quick inning. Tullahoma coming to bat. The Wildcats lead the Rebels 2-0. We'll be back in 60 seconds.
Coffee County Bank, the Chamber of Commerce Business of the Year, was founded by local business and community leaders in 1975 with a mission to create a community bank that fulfills the needs of its clients. We believe it is our responsibility to participate in the growth of Coffee County by supporting its citizens, businesses, and the community as a whole. Coffee County Bank is a proud supporter of Tullahoma football.
On game night, winning is everything. But life's big wins happen off the field. When you win a heart. When you win their trust. When you win their respect. First Bank's community banking is perfect for life's big wins because of what we're big on. You. Make us part of your team for life's biggest wins.
Stepping up to the plate number 10, Mason.
Tullahoma Wildcats lead the Franklin County Rebels 2-0 here in the District 8 AAA tournament. Bottom of the 6th inning, and Mason Bratcher leading off for the Cats. Bratcher had the big hit back in the 4th and has another solid single to center field. Mason leads off the 6th with a single. And that brings up J.D. Schmisser.
Another base knock. He's now 2 for 3 with a dazzling play at third base. That was a key play defensively for Tullahoma with runners on first and second. He dove, took a ball by Sam Vincent down the left field line and dove and got the force out at third. So Bratcher having himself a ball game.
8 hits now for the Wildcats. That stat update financed by Coffee County Bank. Gillum, as J.D. squares the bunt. Don't say that very often.
yeah. You may have to repeat that. I got to clean my ears out. I mean, did that really just happen?
It just did.
It did.
Foul back, 0-1 the count on Schmisser.
Oh, and that's good here. You're up 2-0. This is a classic insurance strategy here. You got 2 on, a big power hitter up, number 5 in the hole, so what, man? Advance your runner over to second base. Try to get that third run.
Gillum throws to first, not in time.
So J.D. grounded out to the pitcher and flew out to left, so he is 0 for 2. Looking to advance his teammate, Mason Bratcher, get him in scoring position.
Tell you what Gillum has not done today is walk batters. Curveball, maybe that's why, because that was 6 inches outside, called strike, 0-2. But he's not walk batters, and that's kept him out of too much trouble.
Well, we've seen J.D. punch the ball to right field. Let's see if he can demonstrate patience here. Probably going to see another curveball outside. Big hole between first and second here with the first baseman holding Bratcher.
Way outside. Throw down to first, not in time.
We've seen Gardner not scared to fire that ball down to first base.
I think he's a good catcher. Gardner's
doing a good job today.
Interesting, center field is shallow while left and right are deeper. It's an interesting outfield setup. But everything's died in center field, so why play too far back? Off-speed pitch, grounded to third. Throw to second for 1. On to first, dropped by the first baseman, unable to scoop it up. So J.D. will reach, I think, on an E3, but the runner's out at second. That's Bratcher. So 1 down here for Andrew Zebick. And the DH, Schmisser, will get a designated runner here, I think, courtesy runner.
That's going to go as a 5-4 force out, but the Rebels were hoping for the double play. It's really a tailor-made double play ball around the horn there, third, second, first, but first baseman unable to come up with it, fortunately for the Wildcats.
So Xander Pogue, the junior, is the pinch runner, not pinch runner, courtesy runner for the DH.
Zebick popped out to short and grounded out second to Austin last at bat. 1 out for the Cats. They're up 2-0. Runner on first. 1 out.
So the DH does not get a courtesy runner. So Xander is a pinch runner for J.D. 1-0 on Zebick.
Being quick and the Cats looking to preserve or grow this two-run lead right now to stretch it out a little bit here in the 6th. Rebels down to their final 3 outs.
Throw to first. Pogue is back. Give a shout out to Lady Cat softball head coach Gary Barfield. Appreciate you tuning in, Coach. Good luck tomorrow night.
Great athlete in his own right. Gary Barfield had the opportunity to play softball with him, but he was also really good baseball player. I believe he went to, was it Columbia State to play, and could play some basketball, play quarterback on the football team as well.
Gary Barfield was all district in 3 sports.
Yeah, well, there you go.
1 ball, 2 strikes, 1 out.
Says the voice of the Wildcats for, 35 years now?
I called Gary's in that game.
Yeah.
That's as long as we need to go.
Yeah, that's as long as we need to go. That's right.
1-2 the count.
Was you born? Probably not.
Off-speed pitch. Andrew was willing to take that one for the team, but it just missed him. And it was called strike 3. Shock through the grandstand and the press box at that call.
Certainly looked inside.
So with 2 outs and a runner at first, it is up to Philip Lemon, who had a big hit back in the 4th.
Yes, he did. One of the 2 Wildcat ribbies. Runs batted in.
Tullahoma leads 2-0. Leads in hits 8-3. We have not seen an error in this ball game. Franklin County's played really well, but so have the Wildcats. This is not one of those wild people on the bases everywhere kind of games.
Right,
this has been
right.
very well
You're
played.
Right. Yep.
Quick. Pitchers working quick. And
really to the demise, the Rebels have done everything right in this game except get clutch hits.
Gillum sneaks it over on Lemon, 0-1.
Good pitching, good defense, no ease. They've had runners, but they've squandered them. Thus, the Cats lead 2-0.
And we'll credit that to Tullahoma's pitchers.
Indeed.
0-1 pitch. Outside, 2-0. Or 1-1.
Well, Gillum has kept Tullahoma. He has scattered 8 hits. You would think 8 hits. That is quite a bit of hits through 5 2/3 innings, but no major damage. Only one of those extra bases. That was the Bratcher double that got the first Wildcat run in.
There's a bouncer to third, foul. 1-2 now the count on Philip Lemon with 2 down. And Xander Pogue at first. Pogue, one of those versatile juniors. Might see him in left field, might see him pitching. Today, pinch running.
The clouds have overtaken the sky once again.
Yeah, we got about 5 minutes of sunshine.
Yeah, that's about it.
2-2 now on Philip Lemon, 2 outs. Bottom of the 6th, Tullahoma 2, Franklin County nothing.
Lemon's got to swing at anything close here with 2 strikes. Took a close pitch on that one.
There's a pop-up. Gardner, the catcher, circles under it. That's it for the Wildcats in the 6th inning. 3 outs to go. We got to hold 'em Cats. Tullahoma leads Franklin County 2-0. We'll be back in just 1 minute.
Bill, the owner of Fit Beyond Plus. Fit Beyond Plus is a gym that brings a fresh and exciting atmosphere to your health and fitness. We'd love for you to drop in and check us out.
Tullahoma junior pitcher Ben Quick will try and get the save for starter Balin Tootin as we are in the top of the 7th inning. Tullahoma leading Franklin County 2-0. For the Rebels, McNeese, Austin, and Cullens.
Well, this is exactly what you want if you're Coach Morse and being quick. 7, 8, and 9 due up in the batting order. Let's set them down 1, 2, 3 and play the next one in 30 minutes after this one ends.
Zebic, Cole, Fulmer, Bratcher, Campbell, Tootin, Hogan, Lemon, Quick. The 9 for the Wildcats here in the top of the 7th inning. Franklin County, they played a good game. Only 3 hits for the Rebels. They just weren't able to get the big hit when they needed it.
And being quick has one mission here in the top of the 7th. Pound the strike zone. Don't waste pitches. Throw strikes. Either pitch to contact or we'll take swing and misses if they'll offer.
How about a line drive to center field? Balin Tootin with a diving catch.
Wow.
1 out here in the 7th inning. Balin Tootin showing all-star range in center field. He left his feet.
Yeah, it looked like Superman out there flying on that one.
1
Big
out.
first out. That's 2 defensive gems, web gems for the Wildcats. One by Bratcher at third and now one by Tootin in center field. The the pitcher who started the game for Tullahoma through 5 scoreless innings.
Quick leads off Austin. Low and outside, ball 1.
Well, that's just a huge first out and a game changer, really.
Fouled back this way. 1-1 the count on Austin, second baseman for the Rebels.
Austin flew out to center field and had one of the 3 Rebel hits. He singled in the 5th to left field.
2 balls and 1 strike. Ben Quick, Jr. Swing and a miss, 2-2. Tullahoma's only had 1 save this year, and that was by Andrew Fulmer just a game or 2 ago. Quick trying to get the second. I expect you'll see more of this in the postseason.
I agree.
Try to save your pitchers as much as possible. Fastball, fouled back, 2-2 the count.
Austin looked like he was a little late on that swing. As Quick is way ahead. 1 out. Cats need 2 more.
2-2 pitch to Austin. Line drive, center field, base hit. So Franklin County has the man on. Austin stays hot for the Rebels. And Cullen will bat with a runner on first and 1 out.
Yeah, and the tying run coming now to the plate in the form of Cullens, who has struck out swinging, and he laid down a sacrifice bunt his last plate appearance. So 0 for 1.
Yeah, that bunt's not happening in the 7th.
No, it's
Wouldn't
not.
help them a bit.
No.
1 out, runner on first.
Yeah, he laid down the bunt in the 5th, but he will not be bunting in this situation.
High, ball 1.
Cannot give up outs.
I mean, you want to try to place it low and outside and induce him into hitting it to second base. Swing and a miss, 1-1. Either way, Coach, you want it low, right?
Keep it down. At least make sure of 1 out here. We'll take strikeout would be ideal, but this is the number 9 hitter.
1-1 pitch.
In the back.
Swing and a miss, strike 2.
Yeah, he tied him up on that one. Another inside fastball at the kneecaps will be a very effective pitch here.
Quick delivers outside. Good stop by Phillip Lemon.
Boy, was it ever.
And the count's 2-2.
He jumped out there on that one like fly on a June bug there, Scott. He was way out there.
Again, if Tullahoma can hold on, they will play again in about 30 minutes against Central Magnet. We'll be back. We'll take a break. We'll be back. High pop, out of play, foul ball, 2-2 the count. And it will be right at about 30 minutes from the conclusion of this game. They have to rake the field. Central Magnet has to have a chance to warm up. And then we'll have another game for you on Light Tube and the Duck.
Temperature has dipped to 58 degrees, but with the wind, it feels like 52.
Swing and a miss. He struck him out. That's 2 down for the Rebels. And their last hope is McBee, the leadoff hitter with a runner at first. He represents the tying run.
Yeah, McBee is 0 for 2, fly out center, strikeout, and a base on balls. The last hope for the Franklin County Rebels.
Quick trying to save it for Balin Tootin. Get Tullahoma going in the winner's bracket here in the District 8 AAA tournament. Swing and a miss, strike 1.
All right, now, Quick looking good, doing what he needs to do.
Yeah, and right now there's no strategy for either team.
No,
throw strikes and hit the ball. There's no strategy here. Throw to first, not a pickoff throw, just I remember you're at first throw.
Yeah.
But again, that run really doesn't do much for the Rebels unless they get a second one. That's the man at the plate with a 0-1 count. Quick's pitch, low, ball 1.
McBee looking to keep things alive for the Rebels. Quick looking for the final out to notch a save for the Wildcats.
There's a lot of baseball left today. Come on down on this Sunday afternoon. High, ball 2.
Well, this inning could have been totally different had not Balin Tootin made that sliding catch to expire the first Rebel hitter this inning.
2-1 pitch, popped away, 2-2 now. Quick one strike away from a Wildcat victory. Two balls, two strikes, two outs. 2-0 Wildcats.
Pressure,
being quick
pressure
from the
on McBee, the Rebels hitter, here with two strikes.
Ground ball set, shortstop. Fulmer throws to first. Wrap this one in cardinal and black. The Tullahoma Wildcats open the District 8 AAA baseball tournament with a 2-0 victory over the Franklin County Rebels. We will name our Owens Provisions and Apparel Player of the Game. After this break, Tullahoma beats Franklin County 2-0. The Wildcats will play Central Magnet here in about 30 minutes. We'll name our Player of the Game when we come back in just 1 minute.
It's football time, and Tennessee and nobody tackles the competition like the Russell Barnett Automotive family. With 6 locations to serve you, certified collision center, over 1,000 new and pre-owned vehicles to choose from at russellbarnett.com, hometown auto rental, limited lifetime powertrain warranty on certain units, certified pre-owned units. Too many reasons to mention why. Keep asking the question, why buy anywhere else?
Hi there, this is Terry Stroop, Stroop's Accurate Refrigeration. Summer's about to wind down, fall's right around the corner. It's time to get signed up for your fall maintenance checks, and let's get out and support our local high school football this year. Let's go, Cats!
Hey, I'm Phil Gill, the owner of Fit Beyond Plus. Fit Beyond Plus is a gym that brings a fresh and exciting atmosphere to your health and fitness. We'd love for you to drop in and check us out.
The Tullahoma Wildcats have defeated the Franklin County Rebels 2-0 to win in this second round District 8 AAA contest. Tonight's player of the game is dressed by Owens Provisions and Apparel. Quality men's clothing is a short drive to the downtown square in Manchester. Top brands, top quality at Owens. Learn more at owensprovisions.com. Coach K, your Owens Provisions and Apparel player of the game.
Tullahoma senior number 10, Mason Bratcher, the Wildcat third baseman, goes 2 for 3 and has a clutch RBI double in the fourth inning to break a 0-0 deadlock. Tullahoma scored 2 runs in the fourth. That's a difference in this game. He also had a web gem at third base on a diving stab and put out at third to eliminate a Rebel scoring threat. Wildcats win it 2-0. Mason Bratcher, your POG player of the game.
So congratulations to Chief Mason Bratcher. He'll be your starting pitcher here in about 30 minutes, but congratulations in this first game to Mason Bratcher. He is the Owens Provisions and Apparel player of the game. Tullahoma beats Franklin County 2-0. The Wildcats will play Central Magnet in about 30 minutes. We'll take a break on whatever you're watching or listening to. Come back in about 30. For Ken Keller, Chris Barstad, I'm Scott Shastine. Also for Everett Stetson, be good to each other.